So I want to try a crazy card stunt. What we have is a deck of cards here, and we're going to shuffle them on up before you begin. And they could even be shuffled by a spectator. And then we continue on. Now, there are different people throughout history who, from around the 1900s, mid to late 1900s, there are people who have been able to do crazy memory stunts. One of them being memorizing decks of cards. A record was a male individual. Don't worry, I'll get to the trick. But it is just so fascinating. One man was actually able to memorize 54 decks of cards, all shuffled together, and only make like 6 mistakes. And that's crazy to think about. In the whole line of 52 decks of cards, 54 decks of cards times 52 playing cards per deck. That's a lot of cards. Anyways, fun facts and nerding aside, what we're going to try to do is I'm going to actually try to memorize cards. And I want to do it while casually talking. I want to test everyone's memory. I am so forgetful, and so this is always a little way I do to practice so I can expand my memory and be able to memorize more things. And before I attempt it, I ask you and as well as the audience, how good would you say your memory is? Is it just a couple cards, just like as we go along? 3 cards, we got this. 9 of spades, 10 diamonds, 5 of diamonds, 5 of hearts, queen of diamonds. I'm going to keep on going, but see how many you can memorize. I'm going to show it again before we begin, and now we begin. Okay? As we're going across, 6, 4, 10, king. And we're going across and trying to memorize each and every card as we go along. Keep them going. Okay. 8, 3, 2. Okay. I'm trying to make sure I don't make a mistake. I want to make sure I can memorize each one as going along. 2, 4, 9. Okay. And you can keep on going as we're going along. So before I continue, 8 of hearts. Okay. How good is everyone doing so far? And I try to usually be a little more close up into you. You can see every single card with the audience, and people say I'm lost already. Well, don't worry, we're nearly at the end. Okay, 9 ace. I just want to see if I can do it with or without any mistakes. In this case, Jack of Hearts, 7, 5. It's worth it, I promise. 7 diamonds, 7 hearts, Jack of Clubs, 8 of spades, 3 of diamonds. Okay. And what's great about just one deck of cards as well is if you take the card and move it like 1 card or 2 cards up from top to bottom, it doesn't really matter because it all runs in a circular order. Now, being a magician is where it gets really fun. All I have to do is just give it a riffle, and I can be able to change it to whatever order I want after memorizing the cards, which is pretty cool. Would you believe me? Actually, I'll let you do the riffle, okay? And they come on over, get ready, and I ask them, would you believe me if you were to riffle and all the cards are now separated into red cards on one side and black cards on the other? And they go, no, give it a riffle. They give it a riffle, and I can show it to them right here that all the cards have separated into all red cards, believe it or not, and then we've got all black cards. Wow. And you can spread it and show it all red cards and all black cards. Crazy. And everyone's freaking out. It's great. Color separation, which I did under the guise of... Hold on, let me lower the ISO. It's way too bright. Much better. Much better. Okay. And let me actually go way back. Woo! Okay. And where was I? Okay. And this is just a direct inspiration from Kotsia's Roadrunner cult ideas. And I didn't think that the red-black separation could be so powerful. I mean, he featured it in routine stuff, but just the basics, the rudimentary thing. And then I did a red-black separation for someone one day, and they flipped over it, and I kept on doing it for people, and then created a guise and presentation, and people kept on really reacting to this. Especially women, for some reason, they really dig this whole memorization and color separation premise thing. They really seem to be intrigued by it. So, PUA people, just kidding, I do not encourage PUA. I've already been there, done that. Anyways, so we actually, explanation time. We start off with the Cole, and to do the well, again, Roadrunner Cole by Kotsia Kimla to get the DVD, and then you'll know how to do it. But here is the one crux of this entire card act. There's going to be one important moment. It is this one that will save you a lot of hassle later. When you look at the cards, you want to make sure there's a single red card on top. Not two red cards, not multiple, and not a black card. This will allow the whole prediction and everything you've written on here to come true. And I will offer a tip later in case something is off. But for right now, you really, really, really want a red card on the face of the deck as you do the whole thing. So if you say, oh yeah, you did a good job, and then you could cut whatever card you need whatever cards you need to get to the correct position, so that you just got a single red card in position. This is very critical. Okay? But you can be casual. Just remember, single red card, then you're good. Then we go off the premise of memorizing cards. You could spew off some fun facts. I might link an article below of different articles of fun people memorizing cards. Nerds! We use as the guise for being able to do the Cole. And we could do it openly in front of people, and it's like we're memorizing it, but we're also organizing it for the next part. We go use a ruse to change it up and make it more impossible, and then we achieve that goal. So it's cool. So I say I'm going to memorize it. You can start slow as you Cole, start slow, and then you can gradually speed it up, and then you can go really fast. And then people are like, I'm not even memorizing anymore. And you're doing the whole thing? That's crazy. And then you're actually culling the whole thing, which is great. So you're culling, you're talking to them, and going all throughout. Sometimes I slow down, I stop, I look at cards, and then, as I did in the presentation, I memorize them. But I just want to give a realistic impression of me being able to do pseudo memorization of all the playing cards. And I say to them, the advantage of, and this is technically logical, but we want the full red-black separation. So I just need to get this red card from the top to the bottom, because all the rest of the cards have been color separated, which is great. But we want to clean up, and this is my cleanup, or way I clean up. I say, the deck is, the advantage of having one deck of playing cards is that the whole deck is in circular order. So even if I move one playing card, it's all the same. And technically it's true. It's like if you cut it, still, it's like a, what was it? Not a Svengali deck, a, Cy Stebbins. Yeah, Cy Stebbins deck, no matter where you cut it. Next card, you already know what the next card is. Similar thing. But we don't say that to them. And I mean, though they wouldn't expect a trick deck anyways, because they got to shuffle it. And if they have trust issues, you could just say to them, I know you don't trust me, but get this. If I handed out the cards out to you to shuffle, and then we went right into the trick, don't you think, like, the trick cards would get destroyed? If I had trick cards, would I let you just shuffle the deck? And they go, oh, right. Yeah, you have a fair point. So you're great there. So just a little note on managing hecklers. We set up and we say, after we've set our little line, taking the top cards to the bottom. So now that King of Hearts that was right here is separated. And then we say, as an entertainer, I could take that even further. Not only memorizing the cards, but if I give it a riffle, I could set it to basically, or seemingly, that sounds better, seemingly any order I want. In this case, would you be amazed if all the cards, and I can show this to them at the face, are now, and I don't spread it yet, are all separated into all black cards right here and all red cards below? And they go, no way. No way. It's not possible. And then you could either spread it on the hands or on a table, and then show the full separation, which is crazy. And I could even show it right here, because I know it might be hard to see. All black cards and then all red cards. Crazy. Everyone freaks out. And then this usually inspires more, I gotta see more, that was amazing, and everyone's freaking out.